Everybody, this is the INKEE Falcon Plus action camera gimbal, which is designed specifically for the GoPro media mode. It's very compact, light, has good stabilization performance, supports most of action cameras, has reverse charging, and much more. Quick disclaimer though, INKEE sent me this gimbal for review, but this video isn't sponsored. And unfortunately, I don't have the GoPro media mode, so this review is going to be with just the naked GoPro HERO10. That being said, let's start. In the box, you will find the INKEE Falcon Plus, a soft carrying case, mini tripod, USB-A to USB-C charging cable, Allen keys, 2 camera mounting screws, and 2 replacement screws for balancing the gimbal. INKEE Falcon Plus features a very compact and minimal design. It weighs just 292 grams and easily fits in pretty much any small bag. Build quality is solid and premium. Lower part of the gimbal is built out of plastic, and the top motor part is completely built out of metal. Like I said, the Falcon Plus is designed for the GoPro 9 or 10 with media mode, but it can still be used with any other action camera on the market that weighs no more than 200 grams. Battery life is great. You roughly get 9 hours of operating battery life from a full charge. Reverse charging is also supported with the USB-C port, but with some caveats. One, from my testing, charging speed is extremely slow. Then the cable is going to limit some of the gimbal movement. Speaking about cables, you cannot use the included USB-A to C cable. You have to buy a separate USB-C to C cable or USB-A to C adapter. I'm going to leave some links to all of this down below. Balancing the gimbal is pretty simple. You have 2 Allen screws. One is responsible for the left-right balance adjustment. Second one is responsible for the front and rear balance adjustment. I had no issues balancing my GoPro 10, only took me a couple of minutes. Then with the Falcon app on your phone, you can fully calibrate the gimbal, control it, or change some other settings. One minor issue that I found though is that sometimes after turning the gimbal off and on again, the camera is not perfectly leveled on the tilt axis, so it will be a little bit like this, and then you'll have to recalibrate the gimbal again if you want it to be perfectly leveled, which is really annoying. Additionally, you can control the GoPro itself from the gimbal. Connection process is very easy and quick. Once paired with the buttons on the left side of the gimbal, you can stop recording, take a photo, or start a time-lapse, hyperlapse. Also, if you're going to turn off the gimbal, the GoPro will turn off at the same time. Check this out. You see? And now also I can turn on the gimbal with the GoPro turning on at the same time. Just like so. Takes a bit of time, but it still works. When it comes to shooting modes, you have the usual pen follow, horizontal lock, FPV, and global lock. Then if you're going to put the gimbal horizontally, double click the mode button, you'll be able to shoot in vertical mode. And if you'll double click the mode button again, you'll switch to flashlight / inception mode. Yo, shooting B-roll Roma here. I've been trying to get some shots of the gimbal for the video, and I just realized that the gimbal is completely broken. Look what happens when I try to turn it on. Just goes crazy. I think the motors are damaged. I don't know if it's my fault or maybe the gimbal's fault. I don't know exactly how it happened, but I don't know if I can still recommend getting this gimbal. I have it only for a couple of days and it's already not usable basically. Now, how about stabilization performance? I think it's great, but I would not use this gimbal without Hypersmooth enabled on the GoPro itself. And you're probably asking yourself, then what's the point of buying a gimbal for the GoPro in the first place? Well, for one, it's a pretty nice handle, much more comfortable to get your shots and stuff. Then it will take the majority of the stabilization work, while the GoPro Hypersmooth will polish out the minor little jitters. For example, when using Hypersmooth in low light conditions or with ND filters, you'll see these weird jumping artifacts, especially in street lights or any other lights, Well, this gimbal will basically remove the majority of these artifacts. Overall, the INKEE Falcon Plus is a great action camera gimbal. It's very compact, light, easy to use. Stabilization is great with hyper smooth on. It supports the GoPro media mode and has reverse charging. The downsides are no included USB-C to C cable for reverse charging. Stabilization performance is not the best if hyper smooth is disabled, and you can't replace the battery while the GoPro is mounted on the gimbal. I hope you found this video informative and useful. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know down below, and I guess I will see you in the next one. Cheers.